can you talk a little bit about your picture books? And your latest is just came out in June.
So that book is called One Boy Watching. It's about my experiences riding the bus through the Kansas countryside as a young kid. So it was taken from memory, from observation of where I live now again, now that I moved back home. And so that was pretty fun for me to turn those very specific memories into a fully formed picture book.
Mm.
That was the fourth book I've done with Chronicle books. I did two called a pair called What Color is Night and What Sound is Morning, which are
Hmm.
almost like a poem to nighttime, a poem to morning, illustrated, of course. And then I did a book called There is a Rainbow, which I illustrated. It was written by Teresa Trinder, and it was about the COVID-19 pandemic and just kind of a hopeful message there. I've done a couple other children's books, one called Blue Floats Away, written by Travis Yonker, which
Hmm.
is about an iceberg that melts and transforms. And that was fun because I got to cut up paper and just try a bunch of different new art techniques. And then I wrote and drew one called My Words, which is about a young girl discovering language and learning, okay,
Oh,
when I
wow.
was a baby, I spoke like this. Then I grew up and I got words, and now I can read and write and use words in these ways. So they're all very different but fun projects. I feel like picture books are kind of like a second language for me. Cartooning and comics are my first one. Picture books were almost like putting on a different costume, when I sat down at the drawing table. So I still have so much to learn, but it's a really fun process to come up with these ideas and write and draw 32 to 40 page children's picture.
The comic books come from your collection of journals, the live recordings.
Right.
So for picture book, where do your ideas, where do you draw that piece from?
So pretty much the same, but they have to just be a more intense idea, I would say, because instead
Mm.
of spending an afternoon or a day or even a week or so on an idea, I have to spend months and months with it. So it has to be a bigger narrative. It has to have more detail and specificity. But yeah, they do still come from the same place, which is, for
Okay.
instance, for the what colors night, it was walking around my neighborhood at nighttime, looking at different lights and colors, and I thought, oh, we think of nighttime as this dark and colorless time, but there's all these amazing
Mhm.
sights and colors and different facets to it you don't think of. So yeah, it
Right.
always does start with that observation, with the sketchbook and with the journaling part of it.